Eh.
Hey, we're back with One Piece. Why don't we talk a little bit about the chapters that are never going to be seeing the light of day, which were chapters like what 1010 to 1013,
No, we had 1010.
We had 1010.
We had
1011 to 1013. So that's
Yeah.
not as bad. I don't actually. I think the thing I remember most from that stretch of chapter was the Mazer cannon and like page one and Ulti getting killed, and then Ulti
But not getting killed.
chapters. So like, oh wait, the Kinemon shit is in this batch. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really good batch of chapters. They were action heavy, but we don't really have the time to go over them again. So let's just carry on with the stuff that was happening in 1014 onwards. Which we left with the cliffhanger of Luffy dying.
Yeah.
A lot of death.
Luffy dead. Crabs alert.
Crab. We were all like on the same page that the Beppo submarine or the Lost submarine was going to save Luffy, which turns out to be the case. We've been pretty good. Like whenever these chapters come around, where the fan base is like, "What if it's this? What if it's Katarina Devon disguised as Odin?" And we're like, "Nah, dude, it's just Kanjuro." Like,
Yeah. It's like, why?
let's just do
Why
some
would you
critical
think anything
thinking here. We know the submarine's in the water, so it's gonna rescue Luffy. But the way it happens is really cool.
Think fans.
I actually forgot that the submarine was there. Like, I didn't think Luffy was going to die. I was just like, how is he going to get rescued? I didn't know if anybody knew was going to show up.
And it was kind of weird because when the raid started, and what's neat is that we have these discussions, like, so we did talk about it. We were like, man, it's kind of weird that Lost Crew stayed down in the submarine.
Yeah.
Conveniently there for when they had to rescue Luffy, because otherwise they were going to miss the entire raid, which is, like, pretty shitty of them.
I wonder if they were planning to do something else, and then the whole island just fucking decided to get up and start dancing away.
I think they might have mentioned they were circling round to the back, and then the island started moving.
That's what it was. They were gonna. No, the circling around to the back was so they could drop off the samurai who were going to come in from the back entrance.
And then they were going to circle to the front.
Yeah.
So you want to know something is like, so we've talked about the theory that Law is like, obviously not a pirate, right?
Yeah, that he's a marine.
Yeah, so it would make sense for his like crew to not go into battle because like it doesn't make sense for him to have like a really strong crew.
Well, if they're deep undercover, like they gotta play the fucking part. Lost Crew has never done anything.
But they got Beppo. He's a mascot.
They got Beppo.
Yeah, that's it. They got Beppo. Even in I've been rereading Zao, and they're in there a little bit, but they never really do much aside from like rescue people. So hey, that's something, y'all. So first of all, we were talking about how Momo's getting spoilers about One Piece that we'll hopefully find out soon.
He's cheating.
Can we talk about Chopper in this stretch of chapters?
Yeah.
He's
Chopper
fucking
went off.
suplexing goddamn Queen, who, mind you, is a Katakuri level enemy. So, like, I've always
Katakuri
liked
a bitch now.
Y'all, the anime has been going off.
Yeah.
They're dropping some money on some quality stuff. They still got the Naruto animator, so things are like getting real skewed.
Here's the thing about that, though. Last episode, they adapted like 10 out of 18 pages or something. So, like, the pacing's taking an even deeper hit, but hey, Law looks pretty when he's injecting a ship.
That's the point, though,
Yeah.
is your number one complaint has been, it's happening off screen again. And it's like,
no, for sure.
The anime takes 10 pages.
We'll talk about off-screening later, because there's some bad off-screening going on right now. But but I'm just proud of Chopper. Like, he's always been physically strong, and it's cool that he worked on this with Caesar. So Caesar keeps coming back in this story, man. Caesar's great. He's got such a presence. I love him ducking under the dinosaur beam, which is a sentence.
Black coffee beam.
Oh, also, no, this is the thing. Chopper is not only taking on Queen, but also Pero.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Now, he's not doing much damage. We'll give these guys some credit, but the fact that he's holding off, Sanji gives him prop later, and like, for sure, I shit on Chopper.
Chopper itemized armor, so that's why he's able to resist it for so long.
But also because our Phoenix boy is taking on two at the same time as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was, but now he's mostly doing King. It's hard to say.
Yo, why does Queen got an extendo neck? Queen does not have a neck, but now it has an extendo neck?
Like, too, because, like, that means, how do you mechanize your Zoan form? It literally doesn't
I know.
Yeah!
Like,
I can't wait. It's gotta be like with Judge or something, because he keeps on like he talked about that earlier about Vid Smoke.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's a scientist. That's why he's the Plague, right? So he definitely worked with Judge and maybe Vegapunk, which is pretty.
We'll get a flashback, or he'll divulge it to Sanji. He's like, "Oh, your father did experiments on me and made me Robo Queen," and he's gonna like his skin's gonna peel back. He's gonna be Mecha Queen.
No, he's gonna extend a neck and be like, my hybrid form. Like, Sanji's gonna be like, is that your hybrid form? He's like, no, my neck just extended in my normal form. And then he'll show his real hybrid form.
I love giraffes.
So this is the first... I feel like this is the first time in One Piece where it's been like, oh, we took down the highest bounty that they've lost.
True, because it's never been like this kind of all-out battle and then the good guys lose their their captain. Which, I like this scenario.
And all the One Piece crew is like, okay, so? Like, it's not true, and we're not going to stop fighting.
The Straw Hat Pirates are like, we're going to keep going. The rest of the people are like, wait, are we going to lose? It's not until Momo shows up, and Momo's been great this arc in general. Here's some off-screening. Like, are we... Please, Oda, like, come the fuck on. I need to see this Jinbei Sasaki fight and the Frankie... that's Frankie Sasaki and Who's Who Jinbei.
I don't think we'll get those fights.
We won't get the... I gotta see at least some of it. I gotta see what these people are even doing to each other when we're not looking at them. And, like, the thing is, and this is what we sacrificed in the post-time skip, it was Straw Hat fights. That is the main thing we lost from the actually, since Marineford, that's when that really started happening, where, like, each arc will only show the main fight and maybe a couple of others, and then it'll cut back and forth, which kind of sucks, but also the plot is just so much more complex now that, like, it's either that or we're literally going to be in Wano for 200 chapters because we fleshed out the fights as well. So, like, Oda sacrificed giving people action for story, and it's we're gaining something, but we're definitely losing something here.
Fuck it, we'll be in Wano for 6 years.
We will.
Yeah.
I mean, real life, yeah. Kanjuro shows up again with the Odin. People were upset. That's like, oh, Kiku, you fell for it. You already knew what it was. It's like, the whole point is that these people loved Odin so much. Like, if someone showed up and took the form of your most beloved person, even knowing that, could you, like, attack that image? A lot of people would say yes, but they'd be surprised, I feel like, in the heat of the moment. Like, attacking a person you devoted your entire life to. Because
it's like
easy.
It's like there's like a 99% chance that it's not Odin, but like that 1% though.
Yeah,
like
that came up with when Ashura Doji was attacking Odin. He's like, Kiku, you idiot! It's Odin. It's not Odin. And then he only slashed his cheek, so like he didn't go for a fatal blow because like what if?
What if it had been?
Yeah.
And this was a great death scene. She brings up
Death.
This one has fallen, but if the fallen snow is melting, then surely the hour of the dawn is close at hand. We talk about the dawn a lot in One Piece, because for a while now they've been bringing it up. It feels like the dawn is the end game, where pretty much a new world will be built, or will come out of the ashes of whatever the final war is, and Kiku died for that dawn, potentially?
Yeah.
And then Kanjuro dies. This is probably my favorite chapter of this batch, because of this like extended sequence with the samurai in here at the end and the chopper epicness. So, and then, worst of all, and I love this, Kaido just busts through the wall, looks sideways, sees Kinemon, and boom, reduces him to a pair of legs.
Fucking Mordekaiser Q.
Yeah, big bops.
So
with the Conqueror hockey, armament hockey mix.
I will say, I want to believe in Oda, and he follows his rule of nobody dies.
I want to believe that Oda will remain a hack.
But if this chapter combined with
The next
the
chapter.
information that's revealed in the following, it will severely reduce my liking of One Piece by several notches.
Damn. It would increase mine because that's a good fucking death.
Yeah.
On to the next chapter. Luffy's drowning. Dude, Sanji hitting people with the Zoro sword is brilliant. so fucking funny. People say there's no comedy in the big arcs in One Piece. Get that shit out of here.
Gorilla Fist is back.
Yeah, and he's all bandaged up.
Yeah.
Good for him. This thing Sanji does, Sanji stands, finally gets some love action-wise.
Yeah.
Sanji comes in, does a new move, which is called Rotisserie Strike, where he continuously hits Queen's head and makes him spin, and the spin blocks the Perospero's arrows, and he gets kicked into Perospero. So, like, in one panel, Sanji just put a dent into two big fighters on the opponent's side.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so we're seeing Chopper was able to take like these two on at the same time, and I'm like, in All Out, these 1v1 fights, if we still had these tiny crews instead of huge armies, like, they're not even really at their strongest and getting fair fights, and they're still kind of winning.
Well, it's hard to say, right? Because, like, it doesn't seem like any of these hits are really keeping these people down. This is the second time Peros has taken, like, a big attack, and he just gets up, and Queen feels like he's taken no damage. So, I think the whole thing with the Animal Kingdom pirates is how durable they are. That's been stressed. Like, OT has been killed 3 times this arc. So, like,
Yeah.
it's real out here. Sanji hits Chopper with a good job Chopper.
How many miracles have you seen?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Him bringing that up so explicitly makes me feel like we are setting up for a swerve, because, like, Kaido is like, unless they see Luffy die, they're gonna keep believing, and the Straw Hats are like, of course Luffy's gonna get back up. Miracles. So, like, I think this is a good setup for raid failure. We'll see when we get there. So, we get back to the scene. This is fucking brutal right here. This little flashback of when Momo and Kinemon started their dad-son thing, which it's been a long time, but this was their cover during Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, all the way to the end of Zao. They're a father-son pair, and it's just cute to see them bonding over this. I especially like these bottom 2 panels where they, like, are starting to get used to it, and they're yelling it and smiling. And Kinemon's doing his best to hold back Kaido, and he just gets absolutely stabbed through the back. It looks like a knife, but that's because it's a normal sword. So to Kaido, it seems like a dagger, but he gets impaled. But what I assume is Kanjuro's sword. No, it must be Kiku's sword. Because Kanjuro has like a glaive.
I never, like, you see him pick it up in the bottom right here. It doesn't really show where he gets it. I think he might take it out of Kinemon's hand.
Well,
I think it's Kinemon's second sword.
No, because
Kiku's he doesn't have the second one in his hand.
But they were both shattered last chapter. At least I thought.
No,
when Kaido smacks Kinemon in the head, it's shattering his swords.
Oh, Kinemon stuck the sword into Kaido's side?
No,
is that what that is?
No, look, he takes the broken sword.
Oh, okay.
Because his swords are broken, stabs it into Kaido's side as like a last effort, and then I think Kaido picks up Kiku's sword to kill Kinemon.
I guess so.
So few accept defeat when it arrives. So do we think Kaido's gonna take it, or is he gonna be a hypocrite when it's his turn to go?
Oh, he's gonna be a hypocrite. He's gonna go down like a bitch.
I think he's gonna go down like a bitch too. I think he's gonna be a hypocrite.
What if he actually turns into like a little whiny bitch? Like,
what if he turns into a fish?
Full on panic mode.
What if Luffy like a fish?
What if Luffy punches him so hard he punches the dragon out of him and he turns back into a koi fish?
All right. Let's slow down here.
He'd have to punch him off a Wano.
Tyler can't be the sensible one. All right. So this.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue on, am I still wrong? Wano or Wano?
It's Wano.
It's Wano.
We're heathens. It's so cringe when we say things wrong because we don't know. Okay, there's nothing cringe here. So
Another frog.
What's that?
What's their name? Shinobu has been noticing these frogs the entire time, and they've been the scouts that have been looking at them.
Yeah, so Momo and Luffy are communicating with the voice of all things. This is a new development, which is very exciting. And then it's revealed that Luffy also communicated with the submarine with the voice of all things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a new ability. Well, the thing is, it makes sense for him and Momo to do it because in Zal they had this like telepathy thing going on, but here he's doing it with Lost Ship too. So can he do it with anyone now, or what's the deal?
How do you specify he's doing it with the ship?
Because they're here. I think it's next chapter. They say like they heard Luffy.
I think it's the end of this chapter. Well, yeah, I think it's next chapter then. So this panel of reactions here. Why is Who's Who there?
Good question. King is here. Who's here? Like,
yeah,
it has to be Oda priming us to see more Who's Who and King in the upcoming chapters. That's the only thing I could think of, right?
Yeah, because we also have random crewmen celebrating there. Like,
well, these are,
but not Robin. Yeah. You know, so it's like
Robin's at the bottom right.
Oh yeah, she's here. You're right.
We don't have Sanji and Dead Cross Boy.
Dead Cross Boy.
Yeah.
Here's what's notable though. Frankie's out of General Frankie, which is worrying me. It's worrying me greatly.
Why?
Because has he already been knocked out of General Frankie, and we don't even get to see how that happened. Like, we're getting to see nothing out of the two coolest like Straw Hat fights.
Jinbei's not even in this reaction either.
But Who's Who is, and that's another thing. Who's no longer in his leopard form or his saber-toothed tiger form, and last chapter either. He was just kicking against Jinbei. So, like, we're seeing glimpses, and, like, it seems like the fight has progressed more than I would like. Like, I'd like for us to cut back, and then we see, like, them exchange a couple blows, and then we see Who's Who transform out of Sabretooth, and then we move away. Like, we don't have to get, like, a full 2 chapters of it or anything, but we're definitely breezing through these.
Just gonna say, this is what happens when you don't watch the anime and you only get 10 minutes of actual new content each episode.
You hated the anime. You hated your 10 minutes of actual content per week.
Hey, I made it through those real quick though. Like I got to it. It's like, all right, the first 7 minutes are like recap and the opening, and then like the last 6 minutes are like the closing out and the bit of next episode. So it's actually only 11 to 13 minutes per week.
Yeah,
that's why One Piece exists.
It's like reading a chapter.
That is at one pace.
Oh, no, it's not. One Piece is like 30 to 40 minutes long.
That can't be at one pace because they're not caught up, I don't think.
They're not entirely.
You lie.
Yep.
I'd like to point out that Shinobu used her devil fruit here to make the cliff rot. It's easy to forget that she has a devil fruit, but here it is. Good job.
Oh, what'd she do?
Her ripe fruit lets her like rotten things, so she rotted the ground, and then it falls.
Who would have known she had a devil fruit?
Yeah, it hasn't come up very often.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here's where they talk about the voice of all things. How could he be speaking in the water? I don't know. Just help him. So.
I do like that Oda does this because I think also you could get into some conjecture that maybe Luffy didn't talk to Monosuke. Monosuke is just saying things out of his ass to like rally the people.
Yeah, that would be a very good leadership trait.
The lie to get everyone together. That'd be cool too. Sure.
Yeah.
But this is equally cool. People are like, Luffy has never done this before, but like the whole series, these kinds of abilities bloom near death. So like this is an optimal time for
observation hockey, seeing into the future.
Why is Luffy talking underwater? Why is the climate baton talking? Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Well, that's devil fruit nonsense, which, hey, Zeus is back, which makes me happy. Everybody, welcome the 11th Straw Hat. We've been talking about the Straw Hat. No one knew it was officially going to be Zeus.
Yep.
So, Yamato's here. We'll talk about Yamato in a little bit. Kid and Law are gonna form an alliance against Big Mom. I hope we see some of that fight as opposed to just a panel every 4 chapters, as is the case with Jinbei and Frankie.
Who's Killer fighting right now?
Killer, we haven't seen him around. He's just
we saw it. Well, Kid and Killer were running away, and then Killer split off to fight somebody while Kid chased after Big Mom.
Who knows? Maybe
I forgot.
Maybe he's bucking down with a poo who got back up.
There's something I'm not excited about this last episode being done. So there's obviously some content that's been made, I guarantee, with Nami and that like climate baton.
Oh yeah.
And now it's gonna be even weirder.
Content.
Daddy made you some content.
And he's electric, so he can probably like,
X-ray vision.
Hey, so Otoko's back. Poor girl.
Yeah, I like how we get like this is a straight up flip to the new setting, showing where we're going to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We saw it a little bit ago, but reminding us where we're gonna land. They're having the Fire Festival, which, as you will recall, the Fire Festival happens every year while when Orochi and Kaido go have their like 2-week-long binge drunk fest, the Fire Festival happens, or maybe it's like a weekend where the people are like, "Oh, the shitty Shogun's gone. We can actually celebrate for a little while." And let it happen. What the fuck happened to this guy's wings? He has wings. He's like a Tengu.
Yeah,
I guess.
You might have taken him off.
Hey, took him off.
Don't forget that this is Odin's dad, by the way. I'm sure you guys have heard that one before, but
Odin's dad didn't have wings either, so why would he have them now? He just took them off.
He ate the fruit afterwards, I'm sure. But it's definitely Odin's dad. There was something about him collecting dolls, which was a small thing Odin's dad did, or something like that.
His mask like forms to his face. It's not like a solid mask. It like moves because his mouth moves.
That could be a stylistic like art choice, though.
It could be.
Maybe he always has a frown built into the mask because he does have a smile.
Oh. That's not bad. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Also, it was revealed that Toniyasu did not have a devil fruit, so he didn't need a smile. Did y'all see that? He was just smiling all the time to
Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
To vibe with the rest of the people. Now, that was from a Vivre card, which are sometimes wrong or lacking in information. So it's a potential. I'd rather him have eaten a smile than just be a good dude, because like.
Wait, I thought a lot of the townspeople had failed smiles built in too, where that's just permanent side effects.
So that's what we assumed was the case with him too, but apparently maybe that's not the case. I want to believe that the Vivre cards were just wrong.
I mean, no, he didn't have a devil fruit power, but he still had the side effect from a smile.
If you need that smile, you don't get one.
But I'm with Tyler. Maybe they just don't they don't list that he has a devil fruit power because he doesn't. He's a pleasure.
Smile.
The pleasures don't get powers. Mm-hmm. So Momonosuke has fallen. CP0's still out here. Someone should walk into this room and kill these fuckos, but they're just chilling.
Where's the bomb? Where's the Hitler bomb? Just
the Hitler bomb. What the fuck are you talking?
Well. In Rise of the Valkyries, the whole plan was they put a bomb in where Hitler was sitting, and they explodes and they killed like all of his officers. And
I prefer the Inglourious Basterds solution, which I guess also involves bombs, but also a lot of machine guns. Mm-hmm. Here's content. It stretches.
Yeah,
I like how he's like, you gotta give me a new name now, and she's like, how about Fluffy? And he's like, Zeus will do. That's Ulti's back. Ulti bombering everyone. I love how this like attack is drawn though in this like bottom left panel. Looks fucking brutal.
Dude, Usopp gets freaking smacked.
Usopp's skull is like 100 different little pieces.
I'm sure if you took Usopp to a modern doctor, he'd be like, "How the fuck are you alive?"
How many times have we seen a Mortal Kombat X-ray scan of Usopp getting his bones broken?
No less than 3 times, I think, which is 3 times too many for this program. Ulti is going in. So Zeus can also turn the Climabaton into a fucking wrecking ball now, which is sick.
Yeah.
So
big power upgrade.
I like how Usopp uses his plants to separate Momo. I like this because I feel like sometimes Usopp just pulls shit out of his ass. Like, we don't know the limits of his plants, but this is a plant that we've seen before. So I'm just glad that, like, I created this new plant that conveniently grabs small children but not adults. Like, yeah, it's reasonable and within his means. Which comes to the finale of Ulti, maybe for real, which has a lot of people upset. They're like, Nami hasn't had a serious one-on-one fight in all of the New World. And I'm like, I mean, on one hand, yes, but it's not going to be against fucking Ulti. Like, are you serious? Ulti made Luffy go into Gear 4, and you expect Nami to just be soloing that?
Yeah.
Basically, the Ulti situation was too tough for Usopp and Nami to handle, so they have to kite her into shenanigans like Big Mom's giant fucking laser to wear her down, so that way Zeus can get a knockout hit. The fact that Zeus is strong enough to even do this last, like, 5% of damage is actually pretty impressive, too.
I was about to say, I mean, you gotta remember, this isn't Nami's power. This is Big Mom power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I have another theory that this is like the other, like, really big hint that we might get, that Big Mom will never die in this series.
Oh.
She will not be killed because of this upgrade to Nami.
Obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who expected Big Mom to die. Maybe Kaido will die, but Big Mom's still on track to be an ally one day. Elbaf Big Mom gonna be a huge friend. Just wait. It's gonna be the longest running, like, face turn in the series.
I think she'll get permanent head damage and then still love Okiku.
Maybe.
You mean Otama?
Yeah, Otama. My bad.
Oh, Kiku. You mean dead Kiku?
Yeah, rip. Yeah, we got some other stuff. Black Maria. I haven't seen her in a while. We'll never see her again.
Oh yeah, wasn't who was? Oh yeah, Robin fight. Yeah, you're right.
Robin
are quote unquote fighting Black Maria. Now it's cool that at the end of the day it's gonna be like, wow, it's cool that, like, Robin and Brooke were strong enough to beat one of the Toby Roppo, but, like, are we going to see any creative attacks? Like, are we gonna cut to them, like, doing something neat, or is it just gonna be like we cut to the final hit and it's like, wow, look how cool that was, you know? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing with these arcs that are massive. Like, Oda just can't feasibly give everyone the light of day that he can give the Luffy fight, because the Luffy fights are always like these big grand things. But I digress.
This bit where she's accidentally holding down the button and talking.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, are we losing?
Yeah. See, I feel like we're building to a failure, man. Mr. Morge was right. Like, things are going, but, like, I guess it's going back and forth a little bit. Luffy goes down, the Straw Hats pick up, and then Kaido comes in, probably.
I feel like another big thing, though, is that, like, a big part of Odin's crew was that they were so focused around Odin that Odin literally carried them on their backs.
Yeah.
But, like, but, like, now, like, Luffy's out of the fight, but the crew's not giving up. They're like, no, we believe that we're going to come back from this and we're going to do it.
And that's the narrative takeaway to get here. Like,
yeah.
Like, action aside, the whole point is that the Straw Hats are holding firm and believing in Luffy.
Also, this is Beppo in the bottom left, right?
Whoa, that is Beppo.
I think Beppo was on the Straw Hat ship.
Yeah, no, Beppo did make it in. True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how did they already get here? Okay, cool. We cut back. So this was a shocker. Yes, I'm going out to sea with Luffy, but only after I've driven you out of Wano, Kaido. I guess it's Yamato, huh? I guess that's the new Straw Hat.
I hate it. I hope she dies. I hope he dies.
The thing with Yamato, I think Yamato might be the most overrated One Piece character of all time. Is that safe to say?
So here's the thing. Odin knows that, though. Odin knew Yamato would be instant fan.
Oda?
Like,
Oda. Yeah.
I give up talking today.
Yeah, no, like Yamato has a great design and a fun introduction, but let's be real, there's too much going on in this arc for this character to feel particularly important, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, they feel important, but, like, there's no connection. It's just a hot a hot mess of an idiot who thinks they're Odin doing cool things, and like people wanted them to be Straw Hat from moment one. I'm just like, hold up, like Zeus had to work his way to get into the crew, right? He deserved it. Let Yamato do something deserving.
I mean,
before it.
This could also be like the first rejection of the Straw Hats.
Yeah, I don't know if Luffy's ever rejected someone. In fact, he's invited too many people. Like, on one hand, like, it also doesn't take much to join the crew. Luffy invited that fucking tree zombie from Thriller Bark to join the crew.
Yeah.
Anyone can really join if Luffy's cool with it.
Yeah, but I think also, like, it'd just be an interesting narrative moment where Luffy's like, no, this is my crew now, and this is what I'm going to take to the new world with. But he could also end up joining the crew as well.
Let's talk about that. I'm getting, like, I really wanted this chapter. I need to get fucking Yamato's pronouns straight, okay? Because it's getting annoying now, where they're introduced as the daughter of Kaido in the box.
They're introduced as the son.
Are they introduced as the son? I thought they were introduced as the daughter.
Kaido calls Yamato.
I know. Kaido says that. The thing with that is, don't take his word for it, because he's a cheeky asshole who might be teasing, right? So forget that. I think the introduction box says daughter. We don't know, like, if we're meant to be calling Yamato a he, because we don't know if he cares about his gender. He might just be an idiot who thinks he's Odin. Like, there's no gender identity there. It's just a delusion, you know? So, like, I just want Oda to I feel like he's avoiding it now because there might be some controversy. And it's like, just tell me what pronoun to use already, because I'm
man. Oda's a fucking genius. Because by not addressing it, he gets to play both sides.
That's not genius. That's a coward move, Oda.
Nope. That is how the world works, and he's a smart boy. He knows by never addressing it, it's official, but by also having it, then it is.
I didn't care which way they want to go with it, but now people are so like, it's a girl because I'm attracted to her and I can't be attracted to someone who's a boy. So I want him to just be I want him to go by him just to shut all those people up now. That's the camp I go. But Oda's never going to address it, I guess.
Oh, wait, I have something controversial, probably not for our group specifically, but it probably will be for a large part of the community. In these chapters, we've had, if this holds what we've seen so far, Kinemon has become the most important death in all of One Piece.
I'm with you on that. Fuck it.
This character has been with the Straw Hat crew as a member, sailing with them for 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years. Debuted in 2012.
And you want to tell me that fucking Ace, who showed up 3 times, and in
flashbacks.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, Ace's death is fantastic for the story, fantastic for Luffy, but on a personal level, I care more about the character we got more screen time with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kinemon, like, actually. if Kinemon dies, I think that will be the catalyst for Luffy defeating Kaido. I think that may be our tragedy for this arc.
Maybe. I can see that definitely happening, where it's like all of the scarabs die.
The scarabs.
And that's the tragedy.
Lord, I'm the only person who can talk here. And
Scabbards.
Not even
sorry.
My first language.
Sorry. Scabbards. Whatever. Anyways.
Scarabs. No, but I'm with you, Tyler. I think Kinemon's death is really impactful, and if that is his death, it's really good. If he gets up again and then dies later, because I feel like Luffy seeing it would be good, but also I feel like Luffy walking to the corpse would be a fantastic moment. Just imagine, like, Luffy finally getting up, seeing Kinemon's corpse, and being like, I failed him. Because I didn't keep Kaido down, and Kinemon died because of me. That'd be fantastic.
Most important death in One Piece.
Yeah. So, going back to the Yamato thing, Yamato identifies themselves as Kaido's son. And then says, I choose to be a man.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's those are the words. And then Luffy.
I don't want to hear any shit from anyone, okay? Because I've seen so many people be like, "Wow," like they stress that like the she because they like are like, well, clearly like blah blah blah, blah. Like get that shit out of here. If there is said, then it's that.
There is literally a box that says, "Well, Kazuki Oden was a man, wasn't he? So I choose to be a man too."
Easy peasy.
All right, I thank you. I forgot about that because there's so much argument about this anytime Yamato is brought up, and I'm like, I just wish it was cleared. Cool. Fuck all y'all. Then, but the thing is, if Yamato joins the crew, he's going to be the second strongest crewmate because he's about to one-on-one with Kaido. And like, if this lasts any more than 10 minutes, that is really impressive. That I guess the
only reason Zoro did not 1v1 Kaido is because Big Mom was there.
True. Zoro was gonna kill Kaido's ass. You're not even wrong.
Yeah.
No, I sure ain't. I've never have been.
Man, I saw a tweet, and of course it'd be a tweet where someone's like, "Man, Yamato would be like top 3 Straw Hats, right?" And then they're like, "Yeah." It'd go Zoro, Yamato, Luffy. I'm like, you people are nuts! Zoro stands, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Man had 3 swords. Best man.
They're not wrong. But they're also not right. I mean, that's all the content we got. What are y'all looking forward to in these upcoming chapters, y'all?
I am looking forward to finally being revealed what Yamato's devil fruit is, which we think is the White Tiger.
So it's White Tiger.
Yep. So is the Bakuga. I believe that's what it's called.
I've seen this imagery of like the dragon and the white tiger fighting and like one's jumping, and I hope Oda replicates that in a panel. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but that'd be really badass, right?
Yeah.
I am excited for Kinemon to not be dead.
I am excited for Kinemon to be dead. So, someone's gonna be happy.
I'm interested.
I really hate how Oda kind of like drove like, I'm going out to sea with Luffy. Like, you have no this character has no motivation to do that.
Yeah,
no,
well,
he does.
They do.
They do.
So that would mean Yamato knows.
Yamato knows about the D. Yeah. I feel like that gives him more reason.
That's it. But I'm like.
But no. I feel like that gives more. I feel like that gives Luffy more reason to not bring Yamato along. It's like, oh, you know the ending. Why would you come?
What if this actually is? What if Yamato is actually Odin reincarnate? Like, not like that is Odin's soul left his body, went into this new being, like homie style, and this actually is like everybody's been wrong. No, I'm actually Odin.
No. That's too wild.
Simmer down there, buddy. Simmer down there. Here's the thing, like, we're talking about deaths in One Piece, and like, I want there to be some deaths because Oda holds back too often, and killing all the scabbards would be the GOAT Oda moment. If he just like even half of them. We were saying it was gonna happen when they're fighting Kaido. I'm glad it didn't because like it's leading to these great moments. I love the scene with Momo watching Kinemon get taken down. Like that was perfect.
Yeah, but it's so tragic because they all die alone. Most of them. Like I think there's 2 that don't.
I mean, Maru died in front of everyone if he is dead.
Yeah, I was about to say, Maru died in front of someone. Kiku died in front of Kinemon.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's died alone. So
it's true, actually.
I think Kinemon will be alive. I think Kinemon is going to be the last one to be killed, but he has to be the one to see every other scabbard die first.
Christ. Put my boy through the ringer, then end.
You want it to be tragic.
That's too tragic. At least let him live then. If the 8 die and Kinemon's the sole survivor, that's equally good.
But will Oda kill a cat and a dog? That's the question.
Is he a Rocky? Maybe. I feel like one of cat or dog needs to die, actually. I feel like that's pretty viable.
I feel like dog dies.
Yeah.
I feel like cat dies, because I feel like cat's
okay, what are we doing? Over, under?
I'm going dog. I'm with Tyler on this one.
Dog dies, definitely.
I'm going cat, because cat too cool to actually die, so he will die.
Damn, that's a good point. No one knows what the fuck Denjiro and Kawamatsu are up to, so maybe.
I thought we saw Kawamatsu in a panel.
I feel like I haven't seen him since the end of the fight. Since when they were in the storeroom.
He broke off to somewhere. I forget what.
That's the thing. People just break off and then show up. It's very.
Oh no, Kawamatsu. No, who fought the ninja? Who's fighting the ninja? Is it Kawamatsu? No, Raizo's fighting the ninjas.
I have some history that I hope we get to see a little bit of.
Yeah.
Maybe they were like a teacher or pupils.
I imagine there were pupils.
Oh, I had something to say about what I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I want to see. Here's the thing about the Nami Usopp fight, right? We got to see a lot of beats to that fight. It was not all cut off. So if we get that same amount of content for the rest of the Straw Hats, which like it wasn't like super focused or anything, but it was enough to satiate my action hunger, and it had good storytelling in the middle of it. Then I'm going to be happy with the other fights. That's what I'm looking forward to there. Here's the thing, right? If Yamato knows what the D is, let's put our foot down. The end of Wano, the post-Wano arc, which is like the like 6 to 12 chapters after Wano, you know, when they're relaxing and waiting to go to the next island. Are we going to get the D lore drop? Like, the one? I think we are. I think we're gonna get the D lore drop at the end of this.
Probably because that's why Yamato will be like, I have to come with you.
True. Yeah. I'm
Yamadito.
Yeah.
Yamato.
Look, I think after Wano was the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
that's my hypo.
Yeah, I think there's 3 arcs after Wano. And one of them's Lodestar Island, and the other's Elbaf, and then maybe then 2 arcs after that. Actually,
oh, maybe we do have Elbaf before the beginning of the end.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like Elbaf might be like the beginning of the end because it's been. I've been after rereading One Piece. Elbaf is brought up so often. Even as I've dressed Rosa, Usopp's like, I can't wait to go to Elbaf. It's like, man, they really want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So much
I feel like it's gonna be.
Oh, what if Elbaf is the first country to get erased?
Ooh.
And that, we built up this adventure to Elbaf, but we don't get to go there, and that kicks off the war against him. You know, like, maybe they erase that nation. I don't see why they would, though. There hasn't been much conflict between the Giants and the Marines.
But Giants are Giants, though. But
the Giants are Giants. It's true. I feel like they'd go for another city, like maybe Alabasta or...
That's the other thing. I think Alabasta, when we come back out of this, is going to be like severely like gone, or like we're gonna figure out what happens to Vivi and Alabasta after this arc for sure.
Yeah, I saw a cool theory that the Pluton was in Alabasta, like Crocodile wasn't able to find it even though he was looking for it. I've also seen a theory that the Pluton is the entirety of Water 7, as in like Water 7 looks suspiciously like a battleship.
I thought that was my stupid theory.
If that was your stupid theory, I saw it on a Reddit post, but we have the evidence. If you said that in the past, big props.
Yeah.
Because that'd be so sick. Like the Sunny docks into the middle and raises the battleship from inside the rubble. That'd be sick. But
No. I remember you said that, and then I was like, nah, the Sunny's gonna be all 3 in 1.
I mean,
that's what Tyler said. Sure, Hoshi on it.
I mean, I
think it'd be cool as a Pluton. Yeah. But I don't know whatever Uranus is.
I think there's going to be something.
There has to be something with the Sunny and the Pluton. There's 0% chance there isn't, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Frankie's the only one who saw the blueprints.
I think it'll be cool if Shirahoshi, Vivi, and the tiny Toddle Princess all have to be together to do some cool Triforce power as well.
That'd be sick, actually. Actually, that'd be pretty neat because the Reverie kind of set up the princesses working together at some point. Some Disney shit. And then also their Uranus is probably the Egg and Roger ship. That's probably my go-to right now if we're talking about weapons.
Because we brought this up during Punk Hazard. There's 0% chance that they bring up this dragon, the one and only dragon in all of One Piece.
Yeah.
And it's just killed. And it seems so out of place and random. Like,
also, Vegapunk researching dragons with the dragon lineage factor, making a dragon fruit. There's a failed dragon in the island. Like, that last egg has to be the final dragon, yeah? Like, I think that's pretty viable. That or a Thunderbird rock. What
if the baby on Roger's ship was a dragon?
That's true. It was mentioned, in the SBS. This is worth mentioning. Yeah. In the recent SBS, Roger mentioned that, it's been a while since we've had a baby in the ship, and they're like, wait, who were the babies on the ship previously, and Odo's like, don't worry about it. When he does that thing where like it's clearly important, but he doesn't want to talk about it yet. So either it was Shanks or it was the dragon. I think it was Shanks.
I think it was Shanks too. That seems the most obvious, and it came from
Shanks and maybe even Boogie were celestial dragon babies, and they're both celestial dragons.
But the problem is that
From God
celestial dragons are all blonde. Celestial dragons are blonde. I believe all of them are.
Yeah, but Kyoshiro's hair turned blue, so
True. You're right.
his hair is red because of the blood.
I diet every day. That'd be hilarious. And then Boogie. I've also never thought about this, but Boogie's a clown. That's just kind of weird. I kind of want to know what his like motivation to be a clown was, because it wasn't like
his nose is that like he's like
is his nose actually that?
That's the whole thing. That he hates it because his nose is ugly. That's why he doesn't like being called Big Nose. That's why he like gets angry in the first few arcs. So I don't know. Boogie's also not blonde, so I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Are they all blonde? Really?
They're all blonde. Yeah, I think that's the point.
That's pretty interesting.
Because Doflamingo's blonde, Corazone's blonde.
Yeah.
The guy that Luffy punches is blonde.
No, Saint Charlos is not blonde.
Oh, is he not? Okay.
Red hair Shanks back in the table. All right. That's One Piece, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Catch all you listeners in the next break. Bye-bye.
Yeah.